Hello everyone, old and new subs, nice to be able to talk to you now, as I finally decided not only to show you some great replays of mine, of friends, or clans, especially Fame of course, but also to commentate on some of them, to explain my thought process while playing, and why I do in the games, well, what I do. That way I hope I can help at least some of you to get a better understanding of the game and overall become better. As you can see, the tank I want to show you today and have a closer look at is the Russian tier 8 medium tank, the Object 416, which is also one of my favorite tanks in the game. On the one hand because with its mounted turret it's different from basically any other medium in the game, and on the other hand because of its great gun, the M63, which is also really close to the top gun of the T-54, the tier 9 Russian medium following in the Object 416 tech tree. The 100mm M63 shines especially with its great rate of fire and good alpha, what combined results in the best damage per minute of any tier 8. But enough of the 416 and its tank characteristics for now, let's talk about the gameplay. As the map is Himmelsdorf in encounter mode, the hill is obviously one of the key points on this map. And in the beginning I was heavily considering going up the hill at the 0 line, but then reminded myself that the 416 is best at sniping with its great camo that even gets close to the camo of a light tank. So in the end I decided to go to the 1 line and see if I can snipe some tanks that expose themselves too far. And exactly that's the case with this IS-3, that is just pushing forwards for no reason I've managed to figure out yet. So I aimed at this upper left plate I have a really good angle at and do the first damage hit in this game. As the IS-3 died I aimed for the tiger just behind it, but unfortunately don't hit it. Pull back and see if I have another shot. As that's not the case, because the tiger and the IS pulled back, I still take a blind shot, maybe one of them went out again unspotted. In the 416 that's usually not a problem, as the 35 shells you can carry are enough in more than 99% of the games, I'd say anyway. Now, looking at the map, I see our team having huge issues at the hill area. There's at least 2 really good reasons to go and help them at this point. Firstly, there are without me still 5 allies defending the cap at the 1 to 3 line, and I didn't really have targets to shoot at anymore. Secondly, there's all our 3 tier 9 heavy tanks, as well as an IS-3 and an IS at the hill, so if they die without us taking any benefit out of it, the game's just probably lost at this spot, simple as that. Benefit in this case means also destroying some of the enemy's tanks, or dealing some damage at the very least to them. So I shoot the pattern twice and try to finish off the T-25-2, that's one shot for me. But because of the slow shell velocity of the 416 gun, I don't quite manage to do so. Just to give you a better idea of how bad the 416 shell velocity is, let's compare it with some other tier 8 medium tanks. I chose the American Pershing and the German Panther II. Taking a look at the stats, the AP and HE rounds of the 416 are on average 100 meters per second slower, and heat as the premium ammunition compared to the Pershings and Panthers APCR is even slower by more than 300 meters per second. Now I managed to get in the back of the pattern and the T-25-2, and I go for the T-25-2 first of course, as he's a one shot for me, and being down to 6 we really need to start getting enemy guns out of the game. After finishing him off, I aim at the pattern's tracks and successfully manage to track the pattern, trying to keep him perma-tracked and therefore kill him on my own. But the pattern seems to have a really good repair crew, as he repairs his tracks faster than my 6 seconds of reload, so I have to track him again, and after setting him on fire even, I manage to kill him. Now that all the heavies at the hill died, I have to retreat and let them come at me. Talking about running away, one of the Object 416's biggest weaknesses, because of its mounted turret, is that you can't run away and shoot the enemies at the same time, which can lead to a lot of frustration. I saw the Ferdinand going down the hill, so I stop at this corner and start side scraping. As he's not aiming at me, I take my time and finish him off for my 3rd kill in this game. Since there's most likely more tanks coming down the hill, like the Ferdinand, I don't really want to go back the way I came, but I go through the 5 line. I try to go back to my remaining allies, as we still control the area around the cap, and therefore the enemy team has to come at us, not we at them. Looking for the best position to be able to defend, I go to this corner and see if I have shots at the tank spotted. But that's not the case, so I turn and wait for more tanks arriving from the hill. And after only a few seconds of waiting, an Indian Panzer comes around the corner and I can kill him with kind of a snapshot. As I'm spotted now, I don't expect more tanks to come around that corner as carelessly as the Indian Panzer, so I once again look for shots at the T-28 prototype, which I do not quite have. But there's also an IS spotted, so I go around this corner, looking for a shot at him, and I manage to put one in before he can shoot me back. When I also see a Jagdpanther 2 behind me, and the IS is coming closer, I figure out that I have to go and try to kill that JP before the IS arrives and is also able to shoot me. While circling him, I aim for his tracks, which, even as he repairs, buys me enough time to get around him and avoid getting shot by him. I'm not even sure if he could have shot me anyway, with his gun depression and my low profile, but let's not take that risk. Afterwards I have to turn because the IS came around my back. I angle, luckily managed to bounce the shot and finish him off with my next one. Because of all the weird angles the 416 has, you can actually bounce quite some shots, and so the AS bounced off my turret. I know that the IS-8 is somewhere in front of me, so I side scrape at this wreck, trying to spot him, but I can't do so, and then the Foch gets spotted, so I try to shoot him instead. I am of course side scraping again, but aiming very poorly, so I bounce off his angled front instead of shooting his side, which is very weak, even at really bad angles. But I do get a second shot, and this time I aim correctly and pen the Foch. Now the IS-8 also got spotted, so I once again side scrape, trying to bounce the shot, but he even misses me, so I go forwards. And because I have heat loaded, I shoot his upper plate instead of his tracks and put one more shot into his lower plate. Try to angle once again. I'm really lucky to bounce that shot, well, to be honest. In that angle I can even pen him with feet, so I kill him and go back to try shooting the Foch. Unfortunately now the whole of my team is dead, so I'm alone versus those 3 tanks, and now what I need to do obviously is, I was thinking about side scrapping and set Foch, but as I need to kill all the 3 tanks with only my 1.2 HP, I decide not to do so, get unspotted and try to get another approach on him, where he may not expect me. So I start going around, he stops the cap, so I'm under no pressure anymore, and just trying to look for the other tanks, for the T-32 and for the prototype. While crossing the middle of Himmersdorf, I then spot the T-32 at the hill, aim at him, and after putting in my first shot and him not reacting, I'm pretty sure that he's AFK, so I just keep shooting the next shot into him, and at the same spot the third one. I notice though that I'm spotted, so I immediately turn after finishing him off, and so I can dodge the shot of the Foch. When I'm unspotted, I turn and once again try to get another approach towards the enemy, get another angle where they might not expect me, and as I think I've got enough time because the cap is running really slowly, I can go all the way around the 5 line once again in order to get into the prototypes and Foch spec. I take the longest way in order not to get spotted, and therefore have to destroy this car, which you should usually avoid to do, not to give your enemy any information of where you are. While crossing, I then spot the Foch, and I see that he's not aiming at me, so I take my chance, take a snapshot, could have hit but did not. And as he now knows where I am, I do not want to stay there anymore, once again flank around. But I spot the prototype and he does not spot me back, so I just try and go out, see if I have a shot at him. And then as I do so, I aim at the turret, which is the weakest part of the T-28 prototype. If you're facing a prototype, always shoot the turret instead of the hull, because it's a lot weaker. As long as I'm spotted, then I keep going forwards to make the Foch think that I come from this direction once again. When I'm unspotted, I turn around and playing with him because I know where he is, but he does not know where I am. He already says GG, so it doesn't look like he's really confident in him winning this game. I try to get around the longest possible way, try to spot the Foch, and because of all the flanking I did after getting unspotted, he was aiming at the middle because he thought I would come from there. So I could put a shot into his side, and yeah, this shot, I have to admit, was really lucky. I shouldn't have planned that, but I mean, why not? I had 4 shells left, why not take my chances? And yeah, that's the end of my first gameplay commentary. I hope you liked it and could maybe take something useful out of it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll try to make more videos of this type. So if you liked it, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. And see you next time.
Oh, you're mad, bro. I don't give a fuck if you're an MLG pro. Oh, you're mad, bro. Why you even care if I call your mama ho?